students, hope you all are doing good. Fine. Now in today's class we are going to see a very interesting and a very new topic. Okay, so here we are going to discuss about a country. Okay, we are going to see about a country, how the country faced a problem. Okay, how the country faced the problem and how the writer, how the poet, fine, he has written about his own country. Okay, about his patriotism towards his country, we will see in this poem. So the poet name is David Diop and he wrote the poem Africa. Okay, he wrote the poem Africa. Now we will see a brief introduction on the poet David Diop. For that, you need to watch a video, student. So after watching the video, I will still more give you a gist on the poet David Diop.
David Mundisi Diop. David Mundisi Diop was born on 1927. He was a revolutionary African poet born in France to parents of West African descent. His poems highlighted the problems of Africa brought about by colonialism and gave a message to Africans to bring about change and freedom. He was known for his involvement in the Negritude movement in France. His views and feelings were published in Présence Africaine and in his books of poems Cops de Pilon, which was published in 1956. Diop died at the age of 33 in a plane crash.
I hope you watched the video on the poet David Diop. Now again I will just tell you some of the points which you saw in the video. So his name was David Mundisi Diop. So this was his full name. Okay, so his name is David Mundisi Diop and he was born in the year 1927. So David Mundisi Diop was born in the year 1927 and his place of birth was France. Okay, his place of birth was France, but his parents, okay, his native place was Africa. Okay, so as I told you in the video, it is already said that his parents, okay, his parents belonged to the African part. Okay, they were the descendants of Africans. So the next is his poem highlighted the problems of Africa. Okay, his poem, whichever poems he has written, okay, it will talk about the problems which was faced by Africa by colonialism. Okay, the French, they made Africa as their colony and due to that Africa faced many problems. Due to the French colonialism, the Africans faced many problems and all these problems were written, all the pain and struggles which Africa faced, okay, all that thing was seen by David Diop and he wrote poems on Africa and its struggle and pain. Next, he was known for his involvement in Negritude movement in France. So there was a movement in France. It is called as a Negritude movement. So here the movement was the black writers. Okay, the black writers are nothing but the people from Africa. Those they are called as a black writers and also the artists. Okay, the black artists and writers, they started to see the problem of Africa. They started a movement. Okay, they started to write about the problems which is faced by Africa and also they started to make some dramas and skits. Okay, the artists, the black artists, they started to make some dramas and skits and the black writers, they started to write about the problems which was faced by Africa. Okay, the movement which was started by the black writers and the artists, that movement was called as a Negritude movement. Here they started to write about the problems and also in the form of skit and dramas, they started to present the problems which is faced by Africa by the French colonialism, by the problems which they face because of the French colonialism and its effect on Africans' culture and value. So at that time he was known for this involvement. Okay, he was known for his involvement in the negritude movement. And the next point is his views and feelings were published in Presence Africaine. Okay, so his writings, his views, okay, whatever his writings was there, all that was being published. Okay, his views and feelings, it was being published in the Presence Africaine. Okay, so it is a magazine. So in that it got published. And also his book. Okay, also his book of poem. Okay, there was a book of poems which was written by David Diop, and it is called as Copes de Pelon. Copes de Pelon. So, and it was published in 1956. So his books of poems, okay, Copes de Pelon, it was published in 1956. He died at the age of 33. He died at a very young age, that is 33, in a plane crash. Okay, students, so this is all about the introduction about the author David Mendes Diop. Okay, so I hope you understood about the author's introduction. Now we will see the poem. I'll read the poem for you and then later I'll explain you the poem, students. Now you watch the video of the poem.
Poem Africa, written by David Diop. Africa, my Africa, Africa of proud warriors in ancestral savannas. Africa of whom my grandmother sings on the banks of the distant river. I have never known you, but your blood flows in my veins. Your beautiful black blood that irrigates the fields. The blood of your sweat, the sweat of your work, the work of your slavery, the slavery of your children. Africa, tell me Africa, is this you, this back that is bent? This back that breaks under the weight of humiliation, this back trembling with red scars, and saying yes to the whip under the midday sun, but a grave voice answers me. And that here's, son, that tree young and strong, that tree there, in splendid loneliness amidst white and faded flowers. That is Africa, your Africa, that grows again patiently, obstinately, and its fruit gradually acquires the taste of liberty.
Okay, students, I hope you heard me reading the poem. Now I'll explain you the poem in detail. Poem Africa, written by David Diop. Africa, my Africa, Africa of proud warriors in ancestral savannas, Africa of whom my grandmother sings on the banks of the distant river. Okay, as I told you, the poet, okay, he is born in France and he only used to come to Africa in 1950s. Still then, he has not seen the struggle of Africa, but he heard his grandmother sing about Africa, who says about Africa to him. Like every grandmother says stories, even his grandmother used to tell him the stories about his native land, okay, about her native land, that is Africa. And in that song, she used to mention about the great warriors, okay, the great warriors, they are the great warriors. Who are the great warriors? They are the savannas. Okay, they are savannas. So here the grandmother sings. Okay, the grandmother sings means she tells about Africa. Okay, to his grandchild, that is David Diop, and in a distant river. That means he is very far from the country Africa, but is always close to his native land. Okay, he's always close to his native land. Fine. So here he says that his grandmother used to sing about the great warriors of the ancestor of savannas. I have never known you, but your blood flows in my veins. He has never born in Africa. He has never known Africa completely. But the blood of Africa is in his vein. Okay, as it is his native land, the blood of Africa is in his vein. Your beautiful black blood that irrigates the fields. So here he says that the beautiful black blood. Here, the beautiful black blood, he is referring to the people. Okay, referring to the people of Africa. The people of Africa who are irrigating the land of Africa. Here he says the beautiful black blood. Here that describes, the word describes the people of Africa who are irrigating the fields. Okay, who are irrigating, who are doing the agriculture in the field of Africa. In the next line he says, the blood of your sweat, the sweat of your work, the work of your slavery, the slavery of your children. So here these 4 lines are very deep. Okay, here these 4 lines, the blood of your sweat, the sweat of your work, the work of your slavery, the slavery of your children. Here he is expressing a feeling. Okay, here he expresses a feeling which is angry. Okay, the feeling which he is expressing in this 4 lines is of anger. Okay, because of the French colonialism, here the people of Africa, okay, the people of Africa, the children of Africa has been exploited. Okay, they have been exploited by the French colonialism. Okay, because of the French colonialism, the people of Africa have become slaves. Okay, they are undergoing so much of pain. Okay, they have become the slaves of the French colonialism. So these 4 lines expresses the anger towards the French colonialism, where they have made the people of Africa as slaves. Africa, tell me Africa. So he's questioning Africa. Is that you, Africa, who's taking so much of pain? Is this you, this back that is bent? Now he's questioning the people of Africa. Okay, African people, is that you who's taking so much of pain? This back that breaks under the weight of humiliation, as the French people are giving so much of pressure, so much of pain towards you. So this is the back that is bent because of humiliation, because of very humiliation is a shame, because of weight of humiliation, because of the burden of shame, your back is bent. This back trembling with red scars. So he says the people that the French colonialism has made you work so much that there is red scars on your back. Okay, red scars are the beating marks. If anybody beats you, there will be a scar mark, right? So he's telling that the people to stand up. Don't be bent. Okay, don't be bent. Just stand up. He's making them to remind. He's reminding them about the pride and courage they have within themselves. He's telling the African people to stand and fight against the French colonialism, and he's reminding them about their strength and pride. Okay, with these lines he's making them to remind their strength and pride, that they need not bend because of humiliation, and also they do not take the scars. They do not bend and take the beatings or hittings from the French colonialism. Just stand and fight against the French people, French colonialism. Just stand and fight together. And saying yes to the whip under the midday sun. So very hardship. They have gone through so much of hardship that from morning till night they got to work like slaves. Okay, for the French colonialism they got to work like slaves. So he says that say no to that. Say no to that and show your power and strength. Show your pride to the French colonialism people. But later he hears a grave voice. Okay, there is a grave voice answers me. So here he hears a voice from far. Okay, the voice which doesn't have a body or any soul, but it was just a voice. And the voice answered, impetuous son, that tree young and strong, that tree there in splendid loneliness amidst white and faded flowers. So there is a voice. So it says that impetuous son. Impetuous means acting quickly without thinking. Impetuous means acting quickly without thinking. So here this voice says that impetuous son, it is referring to the author. It says that you impetuous son, it means who's acting without thinking. Okay, who's acting without thinking, but your acting is very quick. Okay, where you have to think. If you want to do something, the action should be planned. It should be thought before doing it. So here the voice says that the son, that tree young and strong. So there is a tree over there. Okay, there is a tree over there which is young and strong. Okay, the tree is very young and strong, and it has a splendid loneliness. Okay, but the tree is lonely. Okay, it is standing lonely. There is no one. It is just lonely. It is alone, and it has white and faded flowers. So it has some white and faded flowers in it. Okay, the tree has some white and faded flowers. So here what is happening, the voice, okay, which has come from which doesn't have any body or soul, okay, the grave voice, okay, it tells that there is a tree which is very strong, okay, which is very strong and young. So here this tree is referred to Africa. Okay, the tree standing over here is referred to Africa, and it says that the tree is alone. Okay, Africa is fighting the battle alone. Okay, alone with the French colonialism. But one day this tree will surely win. Okay, one day this tree will surely win the battle. The Africa will surely win the battle against the French colonialism and achieve the freedom and liberty. And the faded flowers here is referred to, the white faded flowers refers to the French colonialism. Did you understand now? Why did the grave voice tell these things? So here the tree which is young and strong, it is referred to Africa, where it is standing lonely. Standing lonely means it is battling, it is in the battlefield lonely. It is fighting with the French colonialism lonely. And here the white faded flowers, it is referring to the French colonialism. That is Africa, your Africa. So the tree which is standing lonely, that is Africa, your Africa. That grows again patiently, obstinately. Obstinately means stubbornly. Okay. Obstinately means stubbornly. So it says that it will grow again. This tree will grow again with patiently. It will have some patience, but it will surely win the freedom, and it will grow obstinately. Obstinately means stubbornly, and its fruit gradually acquires. Okay, if these faded white flowers falls, the fruits of Africa will be gradually acquired. Okay, the fruits of Africa will be gradually acquired. Fine. So it tells that the tree will have its own fruits. Okay, the tree will have its own fruits. The fruits is referred to the freedom. Okay, the fruits is referred to the freedom and liberty of Africa, and the bitter taste of liberty. And the fruit will gradually acquire the bitter taste of liberty. And finally, when they win the colonialism, if they fight the French alone, but later they will achieve the freedom and liberty. Still last they will fight and they will surely achieve the freedom and liberty. So this is all about the poem Africa, where the poet David Diop talks about the Africans' struggle against the French colonialism and how the people have taken so much of pain and humiliation under French colonialism, and how they will win it. Okay, how will they win the French colonialism? Okay, so all these is explained wonderfully in this beautiful poem Africa, students. Hope you have enjoyed this poem. We'll see you in the next class with a more interesting topic. Until then, stay safe.